So you're thinking about jumping into low-cap meme coins, huh? You came to the right place. But just a heads up, it can be a little chaotic out there.
Yeah, it really is like its own world, kind of like the Wild West.
It's why we're doing this deep dive today. We've got your research, all those articles and analyses to get you up to speed. We want to make sure you know what you're getting into. Not financial advice or anything like that.
More like a map to help you navigate.
Exactly. Think of us as your guides. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with the basics. What are low-cap meme coins anyway?
Well, unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, these usually start as, you guessed it, memes.
Driven by hype and online communities.
Think Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, but way smaller and way more volatile.
And a lot of it comes down to just how active these communities are. Twitter, Reddit, Telegram. It's crazy how quickly these communities can pump up a coin.
It's true. One day it's just a funny picture, the next it's worth millions. But there's a catch. Over 99% of these coins, they disappear just as fast.
99%. Wow. So how do we separate the trends from the coins with real potential?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And it's different than traditional investing. You're not just looking at financials.
It's more about the community and the trends.
Right. And even things like team transparency, which is usually SO important. Well, anonymity can actually be a good thing in the meme coin world.
Hold on, really? Explain that one to me.
Okay, so think about it. Meme coins thrive on this idea that they're powered by the people, right? If you have a big name attached to it, it takes away from that.
So it's about that grassroots for the people energy.
Exactly. It lets the community project their own hopes onto it, which is powerful, but it's not without risk.
Yeah, I was just going to say, anonymity in the crypto space, that's how those rug pulls happen.
Absolutely. It's a double-edged sword. You need to be extra careful.
So what else should investors watch out for? Well, for starters, how about we talk about smart contracts?
Ah, yes. Smart contracts. Always a good place to start.
It's the code behind the coin, right?
Yeah, it's like the blueprint. It determines how everything works, the buying, the selling, everything. And the good news is these contracts can be audited.
Audited? Like by the meme coin police?
Not quite. Think independent security experts. They go through the code line by line to make sure there aren't any vulnerabilities, any backdoors.
So basically, is it safe to blast off in this rocket or not?
Exactly. An audit doesn't guarantee everything, but it's a really good sign. No audit. That's a red flag for sure.
Okay, so smart contracts, check. What about how those tokens are actually distributed? Any red flags there?
Oh yeah, big time. You probably heard the term rug pull before, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's like the meme coin horror story.
Right. And it all comes down to how the tokens are allocated. If the creators hold a huge chunk of the tokens themselves, they can manipulate the price, and then bam, they disappear with everyone's money.
So basically, the more evenly distributed the tokens, the better.
Generally, yes. More transparency, less risk of someone having too much control. And speaking of control, we should probably talk about whales.
Whales? Like in the ocean?
Kind of.
Yeah.
In crypto, a whale is someone who owns a massive amount of a specific coin.
So they have a lot of power.
Exactly. They can influence the market, especially with these low-cap coins. If a whale sells a bunch of their tokens at once,
The price crashes, everyone panics, it's a bloodbath.
well, it can be. That's why it's important to be aware of who's holding large amounts of a certain coin.
Got it. So we're looking for a diverse group of holders, not just a couple of whales calling the shots. Okay, so this is getting pretty complex.
It is. And it's not just about the technical stuff either. We also need to talk about artificial demand.
Artificial demand, you mean like fake hype?
Exactly. Think about those social media posts where a certain coin is getting thousands of likes and comments and everyone's talking about how great it is. Sometimes that's actually orchestrated by the project creators.
They're paying for fake engagement to create buzz.
Yep. It's all about tricking people into thinking a coin is more popular than it actually is, so they buy in,
Uh-huh.
and then the creators, they cash out.
Leaving everyone else high and dry. Classic pump and dump.
Exactly. So yeah, we've got smart contracts, token distribution, whale watching, artificial demand. It's a lot to keep track of.
It sounds like it, but how do we actually go from dodging red flags to spotting those potential winners?
That's where things get really interesting. It's about looking beyond the hype and asking some tough questions.
So we're talking about being cautious, doing our research, but what are we actually looking for? How do you know if a meme coin has staying power?
Well, a lot of it comes down to one word, utility. Does this coin actually do anything? Or is it just hype?
Right, because the hype will die down eventually.
Exactly. So you want to look for coins that offer something more, something tangible. Some projects are integrating with DeFi platforms. Some are creating their own ecosystems.
Yeah, there's that one we came across, Positive Coin. They donate to animal shelters.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And it shows how those lines between meme coins and utility tokens, they're starting to blur.
Which makes sense, right? To survive long term, you need more than just hype.
Exactly. You need a real community, a solid vision, something people can get behind.
This has been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. It's a
Good.
wild world out there, these meme coins.
It really is. But I think the biggest takeaway here is do your research.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Knowledge is power in this space.
Because things change so fast, right?
All the time. What's hot today might be gone tomorrow.
That's why we're always here to keep you informed.
All right, everyone, that's it for our deep dive into low-cap meme coins. We hope you learned a lot, and remember, not financial advice. Until next time, happy investing.